To our, I think this is the third-ish hour of read-only memories. I'm slowly going crazy and not being able to remember anything. Oh, excuse me. Apparently. So we just woke up in the hospital after being hit by some sort of neuromajig. You'd think that they'd be able to kind of detect that with a scan or something at this point, but I guess maybe, like, leisure technology has advanced more. You seem to be doing okay. Okay, use the Medicomp. You're a writer, not a doctor. I'm using my milk on it. You'll be going to a place far worse than here if you do that. Does the milk get, like, even more spoiled as you play and hold on to it? Listening to your diagnostic readings so close and focused is kind of creepy. Hey, Tom. How's it going? You scan your ID on the screen, and the Medicomp bleeps. Yeah, well... How are things, Medicomp? I didn't think that would really do anything. It's decently comfortable, in spite of the coverings. Ugh. Well, clearly we need to put spoiled milk on it. That wouldn't be even a good prank if it was somebody else in the bed. Oh, I can't give Turing spoiled milk. Okay, look at the curtain. Standard hospital curtain. Low quality fabric, tacky sterile color, steam clean beyond recognition. Well, hello! If it isn't... this guy. I can't remember his name. He's the head of Parallax, isn't he? I think he is. I'm doing pretty well today, Tom. I'm really enjoying, read-only memories. Ah, better now. Once again, I'm sorry for being nosy, but, were you perhaps speaking of Hayden Weber? He's an old friend of mine, and I would be most concerned if it indeed were him whom you were discussing. I feel like I would probably recognize him. I mean, like, the main character has a significant distaste for technology. I guess that might mean that, that he wouldn't, because... Who are you? Ah, of course. I've not yet introduced myself. You're quite right to be wary, assuming the seriousness of this situation. I am Dr. Yannick Fairlight, founder and former CEO of System 1 Software. I met Hayden during the course of the merger between Parallax and my company. I feel like he's designed to kind of look like a cross between Dr. Wily and Dr. Light. He's telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from the information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point. Ah, I see. Confirmation of my identity. Are you listening into our conversation? I apologize for that. It isn't difficult to overhear bits of every conversation in this room on a noisy day. I may not regret it, however. If this situation indeed concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other. I will not press you for more information, but perhaps I can be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I would be happy to help you in any way I can. I have nothing better to do regardless. Okay. How'd you meet Hayden, then? Hayden and I made our acquaintances when Parallax and my company underwent a merger. At the time, Hayden was merely a young hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection of analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject. You said former CEO? Ah, yes, former. I accepted a lower position after the merger with Parallax, though that too did not last. The new board of directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the new company should take. The distributed meshnet that current generation ROMs use was, at the time, highly experimental, and I felt that a non-centralized data scheme was dangerous, both from an internal and external threat. I have been proven wrong so far, but the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of the meshnet is incredibly expensive. There were other disagreements, but in the end I was voted off the board of directors and exited from the company. It would be dishonest to say that there are no hard feelings, but I am still a very wealthy man, and I have found other projects to occupy my time. So do you know what Hayden was working on? His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapients, but that is in the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, and very convincing, but you could tell that she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I did introduce myself. My name is Turing, and he is Potato Fish. Did you say she? Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself. Pastel pink. Still, I must assume that you are far more advanced than she, if you are spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have more faith in Hayden's little hobby. Do you know what became of her? Or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research. I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory, it's not what it used to be. If I ever knew any more about her, I have forgotten, although I still have some connections with Parallax. Should I stumble over any information about your erstwhile sibling, I will pass it your way. Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. I really don't trust Dr. Fairlight. There's something about that creepy pixelated smile as well that I don't know. I've been really enjoying the soundtrack as well. I made sure that when I picked it up, I got it with the soundtrack because it's just got some really good chill tunes to it. So, and I like having more stuff for when I take breaks. So the soundtrack is in there as well. Let me ask about something else. Ah, of course, ask away. So what are you doing here? It's quite a coincidence that we find ourselves sharing a room, but such things happen from time to time. It's not so mysterious. It is mysterious if you're still very rich and you're sharing a room with me. It's up to seize opportunity when it appears. I'm getting a bit on in years, and this chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support ROM. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here at the hospital to have it serviced. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once, and my appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators were concerned about me, thus they placed me here in a room with a quiet patient so that I could continue my work while waiting. I do not think that they expected you to awake as quickly as you did. Fairlight, I really don't trust you. I don't know, there's just something sinister about... I don't know. And now that I'm thinking about the music's a little sinister too. Okay, so how can you help us then? Ah, well, I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax, and can put some quiet feelers out. Maybe they will know something. Other than that, I'm not sure what I could do, but I'm wealthy and bored, so I'm sure I can come up with something. Great. Wealthy and bored. Yeah, no. Perhaps you tell me about your investigation. What did you find at Hayden's apartment? Turing, you're trusting way too easily. The first time we went, nothing. But then we went back to gather his computer's data cache. The place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over the walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. We were still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach, and I am failing him. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so what do you want then? What do I want? I wish to be young again and off exploring uncharted ruins. But, right now, with you two, I simply wish to help. I have the resources, and it sounds like our mutual friend is in trouble. It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight. Right, Potato Fish? Wow, I don't trust him, but I don't want to say that in front of him. It's just, this is really convenient. Shouldn't trust him, Turing. Rudeness aside, I only have intention of helping my old friend. I don't think we have any choice, Potato Fish. I think I have a lead for you to follow up on. Just off the top of my head. You said you found the human revolution spray-painted on the walls? I have acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry. It makes me like you even less, Doctor. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event. If it was just some hot-headed youths from the organization, it should be an easy cleanup. If not, that's useful information in itself. How do you know Brian Mulberry? Well, when I exited Parallax after the merger, I sought out like-minded individuals to put pressure on the company to avoid full deployment of the meshnet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, but a high-profile breach of Parallax's servers did force them to put vastly larger efforts into network security than they had planned. A great expenditure of resources I had been hoping to avoid. Yeah, and see, you just seem to really like money. No, not as such. Well, Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once. It was before he joined the Human Revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I push for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no Luddite. After all, I would likely be dead without the advanced medical and computer technology that goes into this chair. We should get going, Turing. Of course. Please do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I do not think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You're an impressive piece of technology. Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged, Potato Fish? Yes. What the hell's wrong with you? I can't believe you're still pulling the exact same shit you pulled me years ago. And this time it's truly unreal. I like that she's punching me. I just got discharged. The doctors think I might have a concussion, even though it's very likely that I don't. And she's punching me. It's such a An anime-ish response. I love it. Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping you in cuffs and dragging your sorry ass to godforsaken backwater state penitentiary right now. I'm sorry, Detective Rivers. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Potato Fish followed along only in protest. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that, though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law. Oh great. The robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just slap you in cuffs then, Turing. That what you want? And by all means, I'll heed your lecture and act a little bit more goddamn ladylike, but only when I feel like it. Bet your ass it won't be when I have robots running around and pretending to be me. And don't try to shoulder the blame for him. I know that he had to lend you a hand. It isn't as though you have hardware to complete the act alone anyway, yeah? Well, actually... Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth since Potato Fish trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am actually a prototype designed to be the first truly sapient machine. I suspect my creation is the main reason for Hayden's disappearance, beyond his normal research for parallax. My name is Turing. That's a bigger problem than you first let on, then, huh? The first machine sapient. You're gonna have things to say about that. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink, Potato Fish. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you anyway? I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time. And only this time. I can let you get... I can only let you get away with this right now. I don't think anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSPD ROM. And I doubt anyone will notice I was apparently in two places at once. But, mostly I'm doing this because I think you're right. Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay the investigation into Hayden's disappearance. I filled out the full report and was informed in no uncertain terms that I was to wait the entire 48 hours before opening an official case. And that's after the break-in and vandalization of his apartment was reported. It's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought, but somebody definitely has some influence. Enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet. So stop messing around, Potato Fish. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep bumbling around, you'll blow it. Just be careful, okay? I've got a bad feeling about this. I'd really rather not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point. I just have a hunch that people are gonna end up dead over this. And I don't want you to be any of them. I really don't want to be the one making the call to your sister. Please. I'm sorry, Lexi. I'll be careful, I promise. Yeah, I know. Just... here. Oh, we got a gun. Take this and use it if you have to. Is this the same thing I got hit with? It's not. This is a medium-ranged electro laser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. The neuroscramble you attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. It's far more dangerous, and prone to be more permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry a Neo-SF without a license. I hope I won't need it, Lexi. Me too, Potato Fish. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. I have a feeling my superiors are going to keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See you. Stay safe. Oh, good. Okay. You best talk to the reception ROMs at the desk and officially check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around. Am I gonna get the Hassie jingle? Look, they have a Hassie machine. Let's do it again. I have read that a lot of people have switched over from their favorite colas and energy drinks to just Hassie. One more. They have so much Hassie, including Mango Hassie, Hassie Light, Hassie Zero, Hassie Infinity, Salty Lassie Hassie, Berry Hassie, Super Large Hassie, and many more. Well, it hasn't repeated yet. The Hassie Crassie, Hassie 7, Hassie Omega, Hassle Free Hassie, and Hassie Hemp are all exclusive to Hassie machines. Can't find them anywhere else. I wish I could have a Hassie. Well, then clearly they need to make Robo Hassie. I wonder how my neurotransmitters would attempt to simulate the taste for me. It is impressive so how much Hassie gets consumed, and how quickly it overtook all the major sodas in just a few years. Is Hassie really that good? What? Of course it is. Hassie is always the best. Ah! I hate that jingle. What's wrong, Turing? I'm really confused. Just stay calm. I feel as if I don't totally understand my relationship with this drink. I'm not sure why it's affecting me so. That is such a mean response. Want to talk about it? Yes, please. I thought I was in total control of my processes, but I seem to have some sort of pre-programmed affection for this sugary beverage. I've noticed it before, in other ROMs. An inexplicable desire to vouch for and promote Hassie to anyone who ever sees it or hears about it. Could it be that all ROMs have an affinity for Hassie pre-built into their core Lips OS? I could try removing that without messing up my core systems. Should I? Get rid of that bloatware. I agree. I don't want to not be in control of any part of myself. Ready? Huh. Hassie? No, thank you. Oh, yes! It worked! Thank you for helping me through this. I love that that was completely hidden by me just being fascinated with the Hassie noise. Like, if I hadn't just kept playing with that noise. So then what happens now? Oh, thank you, Potato Fish. Shouldn't point that gun around. Yeah, well, you know what? This is going to be a long, long start. This is going to be the start of very long pointing guns at things. That's hardly a fair trade, and it won't work. Okay, let's look at the Robo Vacuum. And cute little cleaner ROM scrubbing the floors. You pat the tiny ROM on the head, it beeps cheerfully. This ROM isn't made for conversation. It just warbles at you. Who would be the cuter ROM to destroy? This thing or Alfie? Oh. Poor Alfie. Okay. All you can hear is an intense desire to clean and scrub. Endlessly. Let's shoot it. Shouldn't put the gun at ROMs. Well, that's not very interesting. I have a feeling that I'm going to lose interest in pointing the gun at things. The cleaner ROM hesitates as it observes your ID card. It's only built for scanning smudges on the floor. Well, you are clearly the person I want to talk to last. The sign here says, Chinese Hospital. Bear in mind, Potato Fish, that we were still in Neo San Francisco. Damaging someone else's property is illegal. I just got an achievement. What did I get an achievement for? Hey, Bolus. I'm curious as to what I got an achievement for. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Read-only memories. Oh, I've used my items on 50 things. Okay, so it's just my classical obsessive use everything on everything gameplay. A screen showing hospital information in the city updates. So then what if I use... Oh, okay. This isn't a toy. Seriously, that's dangerous. You're reminded of your much less healthy plant at home. Yeah, I know. Milk? That's not fertilizer. It's not even close. I think spoiled milk would work somewhat well as fertilizer. Isn't the idea supposed to be to talk to plants rather than listen to them? Okay, then we'll talk... Oh, we can't talk to this one. Comfy and frequently sanitized. Well, clearly... Oh, no. You just point at it with a gun. You trying to shoot... Yes, I am trying to shoot... Well, no, not really. I'm just trying to be cool with a gun. No, we're not going to point a pistol at people, though. We're only going to point it at, like... Like, things that aren't alive. I'm not going to be that kind of... jerk. I just, like... Like, seriously, I just imagine the player character being like... Psh, 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 pointing at, like, just random things. I'm here waiting for my husband. Okay. Right. Okay. So, I need to talk to you. A young person stands by the Hassy machine. You must be Potato Fish. Name's Leon Decker. Fairlight message ahead. Said I needed to pass off one of his cards on to you. Here. Fairlight's card added to items. Hope the old man didn't ramble much. Not that I mind. Hopefully he'll go soon and put me in his will. Decker. I mean, you're Fairlight's assistant, and I already don't trust Fairlight. Just kidding. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Fairlight warned me about you. Gonna turn that journo mind on me and pry all my secrets, huh? Well, alright, give me your best shot, Potato Fish. So what kind of work do you do? I'll mostly just go for work, to be honest. I was looking for a bodyguard gig when I got out of the military. You know, something easy and lucrative. And Fairlight had a posting for someone with my skills. Turns out old tycoons really don't need all that much garden, though. So I spend most of my time fetching, carrying, giving his pet charity cases a hand here and there. Seems like you're the newest one. Huh. Isn't what I was looking for, but, hey. Beats getting shot at. Yeah, I don't think this is really your style of game, Bolus. It's a lot slower paced. Why do you think Fairlight's helping us? The old codger has gone soft in his age and infirmity. From what I've heard, back in his System 1 days, he would have tossed you out on your ass. Now he's all about charity and baby kissing. Guess he wants to leave a better mark on the world than having a really large company that merged with an even larger company. I nearly got him to name an orphanage after me. Maybe for Christmas. So, what's your story then? There's much to tell, my nosy new friend. Yeah, friend's going really close there, Decker. I grew up in LA, joined with the military as soon as I was of age, spent way too much time dispensing freedom at the end of a gun, then earned me some ribbons. Now I work for a dinosaur with a charity complex. Things could have been worse. My whole platoon caught dengue fever once. Managed to dodge that one. Thank you, Leon. No problem, Potato Fish. But, call me Decker, yeah? I'll be around if you know where to look. I think the desk just says Chinese hospital. Did you know that I can translate any written dialogue in under 3 seconds? Should the needs arise during our investigation, I'll take care of translations happily. I'm pretty sure it just says Chinese hospital. The sign here says Chinese hospital. Bear in mind, Potato Fish, that we're still in Neo San Francisco. Okay, also, it probably doesn't help from, like, my perspective of I'm such a, adventure title. Like, I played so many of them growing up that it's just like, I need to use everything on everything to see what happens. These reception ROMs are here to help check people in and out and answer questions. Or no, just check people in. Well, I assume they're also here to check people out and answer questions about the guests who stay here. Scanning your ID card. Patient Potato Fish. My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma and should be confined to your bed. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room and be examined by a medical professional immediately. No, I accidentally zapped myself with my own stunner. An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. I must insist that you remain for treatment. Yeah, no worry, Bolus. I know it's kind of late there, too, anyway, so... I'm going to be streaming Diablo 2 on Thursday, and then Ark again on Sunday. Those might be a bit more up your alley. In addition, oh, I already read that. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage. I insist. Very well, Patient Potato Fish. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will. But you should note on your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside our care. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits. You'll be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care and fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately. And do have a nice day. Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. Should look for more paying journalism work before we get shot again. Anyway, now that we're free to leave, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. I don't know, Turing. Like, part of me wonders if it would be that much easier for you to get, like, repaired. Because, like, they don't sell... Well, I guess they would probably sell property insurance, but I would imagine, like, that's a complete ramification of having sapient machines is... You know, they're not exactly insured. Okay, so we can go to the station again. We could go talk... We could go where we're supposed to go. I'm kind of curious to go back to the park and see what's up at the park. It's getting late. Not many people are out in the park tonight. I don't even see little Alfie. Oh, poor Alfie. I wonder if they're taking the night off. I have very efficient internal batteries, so the need to take nights off is a trait for much older model ROMs. Anyways, if you think being here can help our investigation, let's take a look around. Oh. Okay. What is... Oh, there... I found Alfie! Who's that little guy? I need to refill my cool, refreshing water. Oh, poor Alfie. Well, here, let's turn on the water. Go, water, go! I must... Oh, Alfie. Look, I don't know, Alfie. Like, look, there's water here. Just pick it up. It's on. Reach out your hand, and he ducks his head lower. You. It was you who... Water! It seems to remember that we were his last customers. Hi. I need to refill my cool, refreshing water. Yeah, there's no he in this game. Well, at least not yet. All I can hear is a lot of desperate... that... Oh, poor Alfie. It looks like some older kids got their artistic expression out on the poor police ROM. Okay, well, I'm surprised the police ROM would even let them do that. Who is there? I cannot see a thing. I shall make a note to request more street lamps in this park. This is much too dark an area. Good number of New San Francisco's finest seem to be deployed down at the Market Street, assigned to the local genus branch in response to the Human Revolution protests. Yeah, that's not surprising. Poor thing. It can't see with all the optics painted over like that. It doesn't even know. Okay, well, let's fix it. Spray paint isn't coming off. And you'll probably irritate them more if you start prodding. Oh. I was like, maybe I could take it off with the spoiled milk, but no. Okay, what's this? A chalk doodle of the police ROM that some kids drew. You'd make a lot of kids and probably Turing upset if you wrecked it. Okay, well, we can talk to it, apparently. Despite its current state, the real police ROM is probably still more helpful to speak to than this drawing. Yep, it's still broken. Well, Eucalyptus globulus, huh? You can talk to the tree. You try calling some birds, but they just fly away. Spoiled milk is not a good fertilizer. I wonder how good of a fertilizer spoiled milk is. I feel it would be not a terrible fertilizer. That is absolutely not cool or refreshing. What? That won't help get cool, refreshing water. Well, you should... Yeah, I know. I didn't really want to do that. I did it out of desperation. Why can't... Oh, frustrating video game, adventure game logic. I cannot pick up the water thing. Well, Alfie, I will get you water as soon as I can. I cannot partake in beverages, but I have certain emotional neurotransmitters that attempt to simulate the experience for me. I prefer a yin-yang. Okay, well, let's go back up to the map. Maybe we can report the ROM being defaced. Welcome to the Neo San Francisco Police Department, citizen. How may I be of assistance today? Yeah, well, I wasn't really, but okay. Please give me a few moments to get in contact with Detective Rivers. Thank you for your patience, Citizen Potato Fish. Detective Rivers will be here shortly to speak to you. Please have a seat. Potato Fish. Turing, what can I do for the two of you? You know, since I don't have anything better to do. Thanks for talking to me, Lexi. Come back if you find something I can use. Yeah, well, I wasn't really intending to... Maybe I can get a glass at home. There's Turing. The coffee's over here now. How many long nights have you been drinking coffee and trying to get an article in before the rent was due? Okay, well, can we take the... Yeah, I don't want to drink the mug, that's the thing. Putting anything inside immediately halves its shelf life. Spoiled milk and old coffee. Yum. I don't... Okay, well, I was really hoping I'd find something here, but... I wonder what'll happen if... I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna sleep in the bed. Because I'm kind of curious as to what's gonna happen. I have a feeling the game will probably be like, yeah, you can't sleep right now, but... You aren't tired yet. Okay, well, there's nothing here. I can't think of where to get a glass. Oh, I can think of where to get a glass. Welcome to Stardust.